Welcome to the sleep story. Why is it like that? I'm so glad you found your way here. Perhaps you've had a long, tiring day. Or maybe you're the type who prefers to drift off to sleep with deep thoughts and the mysteries of the universe, rather than counting sheep. Whatever the case, tonight's journey is for you. You need nothing but rest. Let your mind relax, your breath slow, and your body become as light as gravity. Let your shoulders be soft, slow, as if a warm hand were gently brushing away the last traces of the day. Let your breath drift into something gentler, something quieter, like a lantern floating on calm water. Tonight, nothing demands your attention. Nothing needs to be resolved. You are simply here, breathing, resting, gently sinking into stillness. Outside the window, night falls like a velvet curtain, deep, cool, familiar, and in that gentle darkness, a thin silver ribbon begins to shimmer. A light so soft, it doesn't awaken you. It only invites you closer to the stillness. You are safe in this moment, warm in this moment, and as the night gently descends around you, you can relax your thoughts. Let your breath settle. Let the stillness guide you inward. Perhaps, somewhere in your memory, there was once a gentle night, a moment when starlight shone upon you like the stillness on a calm lake. You don't need to remember it clearly. Just let that feeling return, slowly, gently, like a familiar comfort finding its way home. And now, as that gentle ribbon of starlight shines, we begin the journey. Not quickly, not all at once, but with slow, warm breaths, rediscovering its rhythm. Imagine yourself standing on a small balcony. The floor beneath your feet is cool, and the railing is smooth beneath your hands. From here, the world feels quieter, as if everything has exhaled at the same time. Above, the stars bloom slowly, like lanterns being lit one by one. But there is one light that draws your attention more than the rest. A silver arc, faint but steady, stretches across the sky like a path drawn by a careful hand. It glows with a softness that feels ancient, as if it has been waiting ages for someone to simply notice. This is the edge of the Milky Way, a soft whisper across the heavens. As you gaze at it, your body grows lighter, almost buoyant, as if gravity itself is loosening its hold out of kindness. You take a step, or you imagine you do, and the ground becomes softer, more yielding, like stepping onto a cloud that knows how to hold you. And then, effortlessly, you begin to drift upward. There is no rush, no force, just a slow lifting, like being carried by warm air. The balcony dissolves beneath you. The quiet streets fade into a blur. The night sky opens its arms, and you drift higher, calmer, deeper, into the soft river of light. As you rise into the silver glow, the Milky Way no longer seems distant. It spreads before you like a vast, luminous ocean. Waves of starlight ebb and flow, moving with the unhurried rhythm of something that has existed for billions of years. There is no sound, yet the silence feels musical, a gentle hum of being. Imagine the galaxy not as a machine, not as a diagram, but as a slow-breathing tide. Each swirl of light curls like foam at the crest of a wave. Each faint shimmer is like sand catching moonlight. You drift above this ocean, weightless and unanchored, and for the first time in a long while, your mind softens. Thoughts that once felt rigid loosen into threads of silk. Worries dissolve into the silver mist. Even your heartbeat finds a slower rhythm, sinking with the steady turn of the spiral below you. Look closer. No two lights are the same. Some flicker gently, like the pulse of a sleeping firefly. Some glow steadily, like lanterns hanging outside a quiet home. Some seem to shimmer with the memory of something long forgotten. The dark spaces between them are not empty. They are deep, velvet, cool, comforting, protective. A place where light rests. The longer you drift, the more the galaxy feels less like a distant object and more like a companion, a place that welcomes you without needing anything in return. As you continue drifting, the ribbon of starlight beneath you begins to widen until it becomes a pathway smooth, glowing faintly, and winding gently through the spiral arms. Each step or each drift forward feels like falling into deeper calm. Below you are star nurseries, glowing like quiet embers. Pale clouds of dust swirl slowly, forming shapes that feel familiar, like fragments of dreams you once had and forgot. Farther ahead, clusters of young stars twinkle lightly, as if greeting you with shy flickers. But nothing here is loud. Nothing demands attention. Everything simply exists, unhurried and kind. You move through this landscape the way one moves through a memory, slow, gentle, unintrusive. If you reach out your hand, the starlight curls like mist around your fingers. It feels warm, but not hot, soft, but not fragile, like touching the edge of a thought. You notice something else. The galaxy has a rhythm, not a beat like a drum, but a curve, a sway like the rocking of a boat on calm water. The entire spiral seems to breathe, expand, contract, expand again. Each motion is slow enough to soothe even the tightest corners of your mind. If you let your breath follow that rhythm, you may notice that the space behind your eyes grows warmer, heavier, quieter. The world far below the obligations, the noise, the unfinished tasks, feels like a distant shore. You are drifting further from it with every breath, not escaping but simply resting. Ahead of you, a soft glow gathers, not bright, but warm, like a candle cupped between gentle hands. As you approach, the light begins to separate into countless individual stars, each one humming in silence. Here, in this peaceful corner of the galaxy, truths reveal themselves gently. You learn without being told, without effort, that some of these lights are older than the Milky Way itself. They drift within the spiral like elders who carry stories from ages before this galaxy took shape. Their glow is steady, patient, full of memory. You also notice solitary stars drifting alone, far from clusters. But instead of looking lost, they seem content, like travelers who enjoy the quiet roads. There is no loneliness here, only calm solitude. And then, there is the invisible embrace surrounding everything, a soft framework you cannot see but can sense, like the feeling of a blanket against your shoulders. It holds the galaxy together without force, without noise. A quiet support, a gentle structure. These discoveries do not spark awe in a loud way. They settle into you like warm tea settling into your chest, slow and comforting. You understand now that the universe is not chaotic. It is patient. It is soft where it can be soft, firm where it must be firm, and always moving, always breathing, always opening room for stillness. The path widens into a glowing basin, a shallow pool of light where everything slows even further. Stars drift like petals on water. Dust clouds swirl like slow ink in a bowl. This is a resting place, not just for the galaxy, but for you. Here, the quiet deepens. The air thickens softly around your body, like warm mist, inviting every muscle to release. You feel your breath loosen, your shoulders drop, your mind unclench. If a small worry appears, place it gently into the pool of light. Watch it dissolve like sugar melting into warm milk. If a memory surfaces, a kind one, or even a bittersweet one, let it drift across the surface and fade into the silver glow. Nothing must be held. Nothing must be resisted. Everything can float. And so can you. Your body feels heavier now, but in a comfortable way, the way a blanket feels heavy when it makes you feel safe. The way eyelids grow heavy before they close. The way sleep begins. The pool of starlight around you ripples gently, though there is no wind here, no disturbance. The motion feels more like a breath, the galaxy exhaling in a slow, steady rhythm. You float above it, your body calm, your thoughts quiet enough to hear the subtle hum of the cosmic tide. If you place your hand near the surface of the shimmering basin, the light curls upward, swirling softly around your fingers like warm smoke. It doesn't burn, it doesn't cling, it simply acknowledges you, the way quiet water acknowledges a pebble dropped gently into it. This place feels familiar, even if you have never been here. Perhaps you've visited it in dreams before. Perhaps your mind has always known that somewhere within the galaxy, there is a room made of silence, where everything slows enough for you to hear the rhythm of your own heart. You drift there for a moment, or what feels like much longer than a moment, letting time slip loose from the structure it has on Earth. Seconds that would once rush now stretch like soft threads, warm and pliant. Minutes dissolve into something without edges. And hours no longer matter at all. Here, you exist outside urgency. Here, you exist in ease. Eventually, the ribbon of light stirs again, like a gentle gesture inviting you onward. The basin begins to thin, the glow drifting into a path once more, a soft, glowing road winding deeper into the galaxy's slow heartbeat. You move forward, not by walking, but by allowing the spiral to carry you, the way a leaf allows the river to guide its direction. The transition is seamless, effortless, like the shift between breaths. Ahead, the spiral arm extends like a long, glowing bridge. Its light pulses faintly, warm as the golden hour just before sunset. Each pulse seems to sync with your pulse, drawing you further into an unspoken connection, a reminder that your very body carries the memory of stars. As you drift further, clusters of stars appear in the distance, arranged like small villages of light. They glow together in a quiet community, as if they share stories through their warmth. Some clusters shine brighter, forming gentle arcs that resemble lanterns strung across a festival night, swaying in an invisible breeze. You pass by one cluster where the lights twinkle in waves, each star responding to the next in a chain of gentle illumination. It looks like a conversation, one voice lighting up, another answering in soft shimmer, and another, until the entire cluster hums in unity. You pause to watch, feeling the same warmth you feel when stumbling upon a group of friends, laughing softly around a campfire. Not loud, not flashy, just the quiet comfort of belonging. Even though you are drifting alone, you do not feel lonely here. The galaxy has a way of making space feel full, not empty. As you continue following the luminous path, the spiral arm widens again into what feels like a great hall, a cathedral of space, its arches formed not by stone, but by gently bending trails of dust. These dust arcs glow faintly, each one lit from within by hidden stars still forming. This hall feels sacred, not in a religious way, but in the way a deep forest feels sacred, ancient, quiet. alive with slow wisdom. You glide into this space, as though stepping across the threshold of a silent sanctuary. Around you, the dust clouds rise like pillars of soft smoke, their edges curling gently. Their centers glow in colors both familiar and foreign: muted blues, warm ambers, soft violets, and occasional hints of pale green. The colors are not sharp. They bloom like watercolor on wet paper, blending into one another. This is a star nursery, a place where new light is woven. But the process is not violent here. It is slow, gentle, patient. You see faint, shimmering knots forming deep within the clouds, the earliest seeds of stars, tiny pockets of warmth gathering themselves together in a slow embrace. Each one looks like a sleeping ember, waiting for the moment when it will open its eyes. As you float quietly past these forming lights, you notice that the dust seems to respond to your presence, not with sudden brightness, but with a subtle shift, the way mist moves aside for someone walking through a fog-covered morning field. You breathe in, and even the air feels different here, lighter, softer. You feel as if you're moving through a room made entirely of exhalations. Past the nursery, the sanctuary opens into a wide, calm expanse. Here, the stars are older. Their glow is steady, softened by time. They feel like elders sitting on a porch at twilight, watching over everything with quiet patience. One of them shines slightly brighter than the rest, its light warm and golden. As you approach, it flickers gently, almost as if nodding in greeting. You drift nearer, not out of curiosity, but out of instinct, the way one approaches a gentle teacher. This star is ancient, older than the spiral you've been floating through, older than many galaxies. It carries within it the memory of time before the Milky Way began to turn. But it is not intimidating. It is calm, breathtakingly calm, the way a person becomes calm after learning that nothing needs to be rushed for life to unfold as it should. The star pulses once, a slow bloom of warm light. And though you do not hear words, you feel the meaning. Everything moves in its own time, and everything returns to calm. This truth settles in you like a warm stone placed in your palm, heavy enough to ground you, soft enough to soothe. As you drift away, the elder star dims again, settling back into its quiet watch. You carry its light with you, not as a shine, but as a feeling. Beyond the region of elder stars, the spiral path falls quieter still. The air becomes cool, almost crisp, like the air just before dawn on a high mountain. Trails of cosmic dust drift in long ribbons, swirling gently with the slow rotation of the galaxy. These trails move like remnants of dreams left behind by the universe, soft, incomplete, shimmering with half colors and half shapes. Some trails twist into spirals of their own, echoing the shape of the galaxy. Others stretch into long, smooth arcs that fade into the darkness. A few even curl around you as you drift past, leaving faint outlines of light along your silhouette. Like glowing fingerprints, the galaxy places on you as if to say, "You were here." You reach out your hand, and a strand of pale silver dust wraps gently around your wrist, then releases, floating upward until it dissolves into invisible grains. It feels like brushing against memory. Your body grows heavier, with calm now. Your eyelids soften at the edges. Something inside your chest, something that has been tense all day, all week, maybe longer, begins to unclench in a way you didn't know it needed. As you drift further into this region of soft dust and slow stars, a realization blooms inside you, not sudden, not loud, but like a whisper settling into the folds of your mind. You realize that the galaxy is not merely beautiful, it is gentle. For all its vastness, its unimaginable scales, its billions of years, it moves with softness. Its spirals curl like the petals of a slowly unfurling flower. Its stars blink like tired eyes drifting toward sleep. Its dust drifts like breath, warm enough to fog a cold window. And somehow, without needing to be told, you understand. You are allowed to move gently too. You do not need to rush healing. You do not need to chase clarity. You do not need to force rest. Like the galaxy, you can unfold at your own pace. This understanding settles into your bones like a slow warmth. Your breath deepens. The space around you feels softer, safer. The path ahead glows faintly, calling you further into rest. The glowing path beneath you stretches farther now, curving in a graceful arc that mirrors the sweeping motion of the Milky Way. As you drift along it, the hum of the galaxy softens even more, like a lullaby lowering its volume so the mind can descend deeper into rest. Far below, the spiral arms rotate with a slowness that feels ancient and intentional. Their motion is steady, precise, yet soothing, like the steady rocking of a cradle, like waves brushing the shore in a pattern older than memory. Every curve of the galaxy seems designed to ease tension, to untangle mental knots, to draw long exhales from your chest. And as you travel, you begin to understand something subtle. The galaxy doesn't simply contain calmness. It teaches calmness. You drift through its rhythms, and the rhythms begin to echo within you. Your heartbeat softens, your breath deepens, your awareness widens, not with alertness, but with a quiet acceptance. There is nothing you must do here, nothing you must fix, nothing you must hold tightly. You are floating through a world where slowness is sacred. Ahead, a pale structure begins to take shape, not a physical structure, but a formation of stars arranged in a sweeping arch. It resembles the threshold of a quiet temple, the kind built not with stone but with intention, with space, with the absence of noise. The arch is formed by a scattering of small, silver-white stars. They glow softly, their light barely more than a breath, and yet, together, they create a shape that feels welcoming, like an entrance into something deeper. You drift toward it without hesitation. The arch does not demand effort. It feels like a memory you are returning to. As you pass through, the air or the space that feels like air grows warmer. A faint shimmer surrounds you, wrapping over your shoulders like a shawl freshly pulled from sunlight. The sensation is familiar in a way that warms your chest. It feels like stepping into a room where someone has been waiting for you. Beyond the arch, the galaxy opens into one of its quietest regions. The stars are fewer here, but each one glows with more depth. The darkness between them is thick and velvety, not empty but full, full of potential, full of breath, full of silence that feels like home. You pause, hovering in the middle of this vast chamber of soft, dark. In this silence, you can hear your own thoughts settling. They fall like snow, soft, slow, weightless. Then, as though responding to your stillness, faint streams of light begin to appear around you. They look like tiny rivers flowing through the night, thin, glowing threads drifting lazily in the quiet air. You notice they move not in straight lines but in long, gentle curves, weaving between stars with a dancer's grace. These streams feel strangely familiar. When one glides near, you reach toward it. The strand brushes against your fingertips, and suddenly, A soft memory stirs, not forced, not sharp, but subtle, like recognizing a scent carried on the wind. A memory of being younger, of lying under a night sky with someone you loved, perhaps a friend, a parent, a partner, or simply yourself, from a simpler time. The night was cool. The air smelled faintly of grass, and the stars blinked above you like sleepy guardians. The memory passes through you gently, warming, without overwhelming. Another stream drifts by. When it brushes your shoulder, a different memory flickers, perhaps of a quiet morning, or a comforting voice, or the sound of rain tapping on your window while you sat curled with a book and a cup of something warm. These light streams do not carry dramatic memories. They carry peaceful ones, ones your mind buried under layers of urgency. In this chamber of soft darkness, those buried memories rise again, not to be dissected, but to remind you, you have known peace before, and you can know it again. The streams continue flowing past, weaving their gentle patterns. You watch them move, lulled by their slow, liquid rhythm. As you drift deeper into this chamber, another sensation blooms within you, a soft vibration, subtle and steady. It doesn't come from outside, it comes from within, echoing through your chest, your ribs, your breath. It feels like your own heartbeat, syncing with a rhythm much larger. For a moment, you wonder if this is the pulse of the galaxy itself. Not a sound, not a beat, a presence, a low, steady hum beneath everything. The hum resonates inside you like warmth spreading slowly through your hands and feet. It untangles something behind your sternum, something that has been tight for far too long. That tightness softens, then melts, then disappears. You breathe out, and the exhale flows longer than you expect, like your body has finally remembered how to release. The chamber begins to shift again, not by movement of stars, but by the gentle rotation of the galaxy itself. The dark velvet around you ripples faintly. Distant lights stretch into soft streaks. The spiral curves beneath you like a vast river of ink and gold, and you drift with it, unhurried, unafraid, as though you belong to this rhythm. Your body grows heavier now, but with comfort, not fatigue. The kind of heaviness that says, you are allowed to rest. Your eyelids soften, thoughts loosen even more. You begin to float lower, drifting closer to the warm, slow-moving dust below. The dust glows faintly, swirling in lazy eddies. It looks like the surface of a warm cup of tea being stirred ever so gently. As your feet brush the glow, the dust curls upward, gathering around your legs, then your torso, not thick, not restrictive, just a soft cocoon of warm light. And you let it hold you. The light lifts you again, gently this time, not upward but inward toward a small, glowing fold in the spiral. It looks like a pocket stitched into the galaxy's fabric, meant specifically for rest. Inside this fold, the world dims. The lights grow low. The air thickens with warmth. It feels like entering a blanket fort made of starlight. The space is just large enough for you to float comfortably without drifting aimlessly. The walls glow faintly, breathing with the soft rise and fall you've come to recognize as the galaxy's rhythm. Here, everything encourages stillness. Here, everything invites sleep. If you listen closely, you might notice a soft echo, not quite a voice, not quite a sound, but something like a memory of comfort, as though someone is humming an old lullaby you once heard long ago. It's gentle, barely audible, but it wraps around you like a familiar hand resting lightly on your shoulder. You don't need to interpret it, you only need to feel it. The fold of starlight holds you like a cradle now. Your breath slows even further, your chest rising and falling with the same rhythm as the spiral itself. You take one more deep, slow inhale, then exhale. And with that exhale, your body releases a final wave of tension, the kind that hides deep in the spine, or in the belly, or in the thoughts you rarely give voice to. Here, none of it matters. Here, all weight becomes light, and all noise becomes silence. The spiral curves around you, a guardian made of patience. You close your eyes, or let them hover halfway shut as the last traces of silver dust drift across your skin. Sleep is not here yet, but it is close, closer than it has been in a long while. The fold of starlight cradles you in its soft quiet, and for a long moment or perhaps many moments you simply float. There is no need to move, no need to decide. The universe seems to understand precisely how much stillness you need and offers it freely, without condition. The dust around you shifts in delicate spirals, brushing your skin like strands of warm silk. It gathers in gentle swirls, forming soft eddies that rise and fall with each slow rotation of the galaxy. Every swirl feels like a lullaby written in motion, rather than sound, a lullaby created over billions of years, intended for those who learn to rest. You breathe in the quiet. You breathe out the remnants of the day. The spiral hums faintly, the deep, steady hum of something impossibly large, moving with infinite patience. You feel that hum gently sinking with your pulse, coaxing you toward deeper stillness, deeper ease. And then softly, the fold begins to release you. Not abruptly, not fully. More like a hand that has been holding yours begins to loosen its fingers, letting you know you are free to continue the journey whenever you are ready. The dust beneath you brightens into a glowing pathway once more. You float forward. The path now is narrower than before, woven of what seems like dozens of thin silver threads. They drift in parallel lines, intertwining and separating in a slow cosmic braid. You glide above them, your shadow passing softly over their shimmering surface. Every step or drift you take sends a small ripple down the threads, like the pluck of a soft harp string. The vibrations move forward in gentle, widening rings, then fade into the darkness. The galaxy is full of soundless music. Far off, you see faint flickers, firefly-like sparks hovering in clusters. As you draw closer, the sparks lift into the air, swirling around you in slow spirals. Each spark is no larger than a grain of sand, but it glows with a warmth that feels alive. They drift with the curiosity of small creatures moving near your hands, circling your shoulders, weaving themselves into little patterns before scattering like forgetful thoughts. You watch them for a while, content to let them dance. One spark, a slightly brighter one, settles briefly on your palm. It pulses once, warm, gentle, reassuring. Then it drifts upward and joins the others, leaving behind a faint shimmer on your skin. Something inside you softens even more. You didn't realize there were still corners of yourself holding tension, the kind of tension you carry out of habit, not necessity. But the spark's warmth dissolves another layer of it, and your exhale deepens naturally, almost involuntarily. The silver thread path widens, and the firefly sparks guide you onward. The path opens suddenly into a vast, open plain, a wide, flat region where stars float at equal distances from one another, suspended like lanterns refracted through perfectly still water. This plain stretches farther than your eyes can see, its horizon dissolving into a dim violet glow. The stars here are dimmer, older, their light weathered by time, but their dimness is not sadness. It is softness, the kind of glow that comes after a long life lived gently. As you drift through the plain, the stars begin to sway. At first, you think it is your imagination, a trick of faint light and drifting dust. But then you watch more carefully. Each star, as you approach, tilts ever so slightly toward you, as though acknowledging your presence. Not bowing, not shining brighter, simply tilting, offering a greeting that is quiet, almost ceremonial. You return the greeting by placing your hand gently on your chest, a gesture of stillness rather than motion. The stars respond by pulsing softly, their light spreading outward in slow rings like ripples on a lake. You move deeper into the plain. The air, or whatever occupies the role of air here, grows warmer, thicker, more velvety. You feel as though you're moving through a dream where gravity is optional and time is fluid. The stars begin to arrange themselves into patterns. Lines, arcs, curves that rise and fall. You realize these patterns resemble constellations, not the ones you know, but ancient ones, forgotten ones. Constellations that existed before Earth's sky had a name for its shapes. Their lines form gentle images, a hand opening, a lantern swinging, a wave curling, a leaf falling, a cradle rocking, symbols of softness, symbols of surrender. The plain is teaching you how to rest. As the symbols drift above you, something extraordinary occurs, not with sound, but with sensation. You feel a message. It rises not from a voice, not from language, but from the slow shift of the stars themselves. The pulsing rhythms become coherent, and you sense meaning woven within their glow. They say, you do not rest because you've earned it. You rest because you are allowed to, because all things must pause, because even stars have quiet seasons. The message settles into your breath. You drift slower, smoother, almost as if sleep is beginning to gather behind your eyes. The constellations tilt again, as if in approval. Then, from deep within the plain, a faint gravitational pull begins to draw you toward a single point. It is not strong, it is not urgent. It feels like the gravity of a soft bed at the end of a long day, the kind that invites rest rather than demands it. You allow yourself to be drawn. The stars part, creating a narrow corridor lined with faint violet light. As you travel through it, the gravity softens even more, becoming a gentle tug at your shoulders, then at your spine, then at the space behind your eyes. It is the kind of pull that makes your eyelids drift half shut. Ahead, a warm glow forms. A small golden sphere floats at its center, not a star, not a planet, but something else entirely. Something created by the galaxy as a resting place for wandering minds. You approach the sphere slowly. Its light flickers like a candle's flame behind frosted glass. Soft, unthreatening, sleep-like. The gravitational pull nudges you closer until you are floating directly before the sphere. Beneath the sphere, a shallow pool forms a circular basin filled with golden mist. The mist swirls gently, forming small spirals that rise and fade like exhaled breath on a cold morning. You lower yourself toward it. The mist senses your presence and rises to meet you, curling around your hands and arms in soft ribbons. It is warm, not hot, not heavy, simply warm, like water warmed by sunlight, filtered through curtains. As the mist touches your skin, something remarkable happens. Thoughts that were lingering, the leftover mental static of your day, begin to unravel. not disappear, not get pushed away, just unravel. They unspool like threads, drifting into the mist. You watch them go without resistance, without regret. The mist absorbs each thought and transforms it into a tiny spark of gold that floats gently upward until it fades into the air. More and more thoughts melt into the mist, half worries, unfinished plans, little loops of tension. They dissolve quietly, one by one. You breathe easier. Your shoulders sink. Your mind opens like a door, left ajar to a cool breeze. You sink slightly deeper into the mist, letting it cradle you in its warmth. If you listen closely, you can almost hear the faint whisper of dissolving thoughts, the softest sigh as they release their hold on you. It feels like someone smoothing your hair, like someone saying, "It's all right now, you can rest." As the last remnants of thought unravel into the golden mist, your body grows heavy, a pleasant heaviness, a comforting weight that feels like settling into thick blankets. Your limbs float lazily, your fingers loosen, your breathing lengthens. The spiral of the galaxy rotates ever so slowly, and you rotate with it, your body following the movement like a leaf drifting in a gentle eddy. Behind your eyelids, warm light flickers gold, amber, soft silver, the kind of light that appears in the moments before sleep fully claims you. But not yet. Sleep is near, hovering just out of reach, waiting for the final steps of this journey. You drift upward, away from the golden pool, the mist slipping from your skin like warm silk falling from your shoulders. The galaxy dims around you. The light softens. Your mind quiets. You are nearly ready for the deep descent. The soft glow of the golden mist fades gently behind you as you drift upward, leaving the warm pool of unraveled thoughts below. The air, or the tender space that feels like air, grows cooler now, settling onto your skin like a late evening breeze. Your mind feels clean, unburdened, as though someone has quietly folded away every lingering worry and stored it neatly out of sight. Above you, the spiral stretches like a vast, luminous tapestry. Threads of silver, faint blues, and occasional blossoms of pink drift outward from the center, woven into patterns that seem impossibly deliberate, like the careful stitching of a quilt made from the universe's oldest stories. You begin to drift toward one of these threads. It pulses softly, like the quiet beat of a sleeping heart. And with each pulse, you feel your own pulse soften, match, merge. There is a peace here that feels deeper than silence, a peace that feels like acceptance. As you move closer, the thread widens until it becomes a slow-moving river of light. It flows not downward or upward, but sideways, bending gently around the curve of the galaxy. The current is soft enough that you barely feel it, yet strong enough that you know it will carry you where you need to go. You lower yourself into the river. Instantly, warmth wraps around you, cradling your body in a soothing embrace. The water, or whatever substance this is, carries the consistency of silk and moonlight mixed together. It lifts you effortlessly, supporting every inch of you with kindness. You float on your back, letting the current pull you deeper. Above, stars drift past like lanterns, carried by a quiet procession. Each one leaves behind a thin trail of light that fades like a sigh. As you drift, you notice something extraordinary. Time flows differently here. It moves like honey, sliding slowly down the rim of a jar, thick, patient, unhurried. Every second stretches into something gentler. Every moment becomes spacious enough for rest. It feels like being suspended inside a deep exhale. The river carries not only your body, but your breath, your thoughts, your heartbeat. Everything aligns into a single, slow rhythm, a rhythm that feels like being rocked to sleep by the universe itself. As the river bends around another arm of the spiral, faint shapes begin to appear beneath its surface. They glow dimly, as though seen through layers of soft, shimmering water. You lean slightly, peering downward. What you see is surprising, but not startling. Beneath the surface lie ghostly outlines of ancient worlds, planets that once shimmered brightly, now reduced to silvery silhouettes drifting gently through cosmic memory. They glide like old photographs carried downstream in a peaceful current. One looks like a small sphere dusted with frost. Another glows faintly, ringed by the suggestion of long-ago storms. A third seems cracked through the middle, yet beautiful, like a broken bowl repaired with golden lacquer. These are not tragedies. They are relics, gentle reminders that even worlds experience seasons, moments of creation, moments of quiet, moments of ending that feel more like transformation. As you float above these ghost worlds, you feel no sadness, only softness, a sense that every chapter of existence, no matter how brief or long, leaves behind something warm, something remembered. A faint whisper rises from the water, not words, not sound, meaning. Even endings are gentle in the great story. Even endings find rest. The understanding settles over you like a warm blanket. Your muscles relax further. Your eyelids grow heavier. Your breath drifts into an even slower rhythm. The river carries you toward a region where the light fades to a deep, ember-like glow. The stars thin here, scattered like dying coals in a fire that refuses to be fully extinguished. Each ember pulses faintly, glowing a soft orange before dimming again. As you drift upward out of the river, the embers begin to gather around you. They float like sparks rising from a long-forgotten campfire. The warmth they emit is delicate, barely there, yet comforting. You drift through these embers slowly. They collect around your shoulders, your arms, your chest, forming a soft veil of warmth. The veil settles onto you like a second skin, weightless but grounding. You can almost imagine these embers whispering gentle truths to you. Truths about rest, about softness, about the quiet resilience carried by all things that glow even after their brightest days. One ember floats close to your face. It hovers there, pulsing with slow, rhythmic light. When it brushes your forehead, you feel a sensation like a thought being smoothed, a memory being lovingly placed back on a shelf, a burden unraveling into nothingness. Your breath loosens further. Your body feels impossibly soft. The ember drifts away, satisfied. Beyond the embers, the galaxy opens into a wide, dark expanse. At first glance, it seems empty, but the emptiness is soothing, like the vastness of a peaceful night sky, untouched by city lights. This region feels like the inhale before a deep sleep, cool, expansive, full of possibility. You drift into it, your body suspended in a quiet so deep it feels like floating inside a dream. There is no sound, no movement, no requirement to think or feel or act, just presence. You exist here the way a feather exists on still air, weightless, unstressed, surrendered. The darkness around you is velvety and soft, not void of meaning but rich with it. It holds you the way darkness holds seeds before they bloom, the way night holds every creature in gentle silence. And here, In this stillness, you finally recognize a truth that has been whispering to you since the beginning of the journey. Rest is not an interruption of life. It is a part of life's rhythm, as essential and ancient as starlight. You let that truth settle into your bones. You let it warm your ribs, soften your jaw, ease your shoulders. Sleep begins to gather again behind your eyes, closer this time, deeper, more certain. Far ahead, a single light appears, small at first, then brighter, then softer again as you approach. Its glow is not sharp, but warm, like the light of a lantern held by a gentle hand. The star pulses in a steady, calming rhythm. Every pulse feels like an invitation to rest, a quiet encouragement to let go. You float toward it slowly. The space around the star glows in soft halos, expanding outward like ripples through dark water. When you reach the edge of its light, the gentle warmth spreads over your skin, loosening every small pocket of tension still hiding within you. The star pulses again, and without words, it speaks. You have traveled far enough. You may rest now. You may drift. You may close your eyes. The warmth sinks deeper. Your breath becomes heavier. Your limbs begin to float more lazily. Your mind moves as slowly as the spiral arms themselves. The star flickers once, almost like the soft, knowing wink of a friend, and then steadies. You drift closer, until its glow fills your entire field of vision in a gentle golden wash. And for a moment, everything is calm, completely, beautifully calm. The glow of the lantern star fills your senses, warm and dim, comforting in the way a bedside lamp feels just before you drift into sleep. Its soft radiance settles over you like a blanket woven from thin threads of gold. Each pulse makes your eyelids heavier, your breath slower, your thoughts softer. You drift nearer still, moving through the haze of warm light that surrounds the star like a gentle fog. As you pass through it, the glow clings to you in a thin layer, almost like dew gathering on skin during a cool dawn walk. It sinks into you not as brightness, but as warmth, as ease, as the promise of deeper rest. The lantern star seems to understand your fatigue. It seems to have been waiting for you, and in its presence, the vastness of the galaxy feels less enormous, less distant, and more like a home you had forgotten you belonged to. A quiet home, a calm home, a home that exists in the silence between heartbeats. You float in the star's gentle embrace for a while, breathing in the warmth, letting each exhale dissolve into light. When you are ready, although you do not consciously decide, the light begins to guide you downward toward a region where the glow thickens into layers, like soft blankets stacked on a winter bed. You descend slowly, without resistance. The space below is filled with drifting petals of light, thin, translucent flakes that float through the air like slow falling snow. They glow faintly, shimmering in the lantern star's warmth, and as they brush your skin, they leave behind trails of soothing coolness, as if smoothing the last remnants of unrest from your body. You glide deeper. The starfield haven opens around you, a vast valley of dim starlight. The ground, if it can be called ground, is a surface of soft illumination, rippling gently under your feet like light reflecting off a quiet pond. You lower yourself onto it, and it yields slightly, comfortably, supporting you with the softness of a cloud that has been warmed by the sun. Your body sighs in gratitude. You didn't realize how much you needed a place to rest until now. Above, the lantern star hangs low, like a glowing moon peeking through a window. Its light dims further, not fading, but accommodating you, softening enough to encourage your mind to slip deeper into calm. Around you, small clusters of faint stars drift like floating lanterns set adrift on a river. They gather in gentle arcs, as if forming a protective circle around where you lie. And you understand, this place has been shaped by the galaxy itself as a refuge, a place for weary travelers, physical or emotional, to settle, breathe, and release. You sink further into the luminous surface. It molds gently around you, holding your shape with tenderness. From the edges of the valley, thin veils of silver mist begin to drift toward you. They move with the lightness of cobwebs in a soft breeze. But instead of clinging, they hover just above your skin, brushing you with whispers of cool sensation. These veils carry something special, not memories themselves, but the rest that often follows them. Each veil that brushes your arm, your cheek, your forehead, brings with it the tender softness that follows a long cry, or the relief that follows forgiveness, or the calm that settles after a long unspoken truth is finally released. You feel each veil smoothing the surface of your mind, not forcing anything, not erasing anything, simply softening the edges of thought. The mist passes again. Another layer of tension dissolves. The galaxy knows how to touch you without overwhelming you. It knows how to soothe without taking. It knows how to heal without insisting. You let your eyes drift half closed. As you lie in the star-filled haven, you begin to notice a subtle glow blooming from within your own chest. At first it is faint, barely a warm tint beneath your ribs, but gradually it grows, pulsing in small, slow waves. This is not a star's light. This is your light, the remnants of warmth given to you by the lantern star, the soft echoes of the river of time, the weightlessness from drifting through the ember stratum, the calm carved into you by the galaxy's endless rhythm. All of it settles inside you now, blooming into a soft, steady glow that expands slowly outward. You place a hand over your heart. The glow responds, pulsing softly against your palm, matching your breath. The feeling is tender, like a sleeping animal curled against your chest, trusting you without question. A realization comes, not as thought, but as warmth. You carry light from the universe because you are of the universe. You are not separate, not an intruder, not a visitor. You belong to this vast, gentle story. Just as every star does, the glow expands further. It warms your belly, your throat, your shoulders, the space behind your eyes. It fills you with a soft fullness, a sense that you are both held and holding. Above you, the drifting lantern-like stars begin to align into a small constellation, simple but elegant. 5 or 6 stars draw a curved line, each gently pulsing with the rhythm of deep breathing. The constellation takes the shape of a resting figure, lying on its side, head cradled softly, body curled gently inward. It is a shape of surrender, a shape of ease, a shape your own body begins to mirror on the luminous ground beneath you. As you inhale, the constellation brightens. As you exhale, it dims. Your breath matches it effortlessly, as though your lungs have been waiting for this gentle rhythm. Inhale warm glow. Exhale soft dim. Inhale warmth. Exhale rest. The cycle continues, steady as a tide. You could follow this breath forever. You could fall asleep to it. You could dissolve into it. Your body, now fully heavy with ease, melts deeper into the luminous surface. Your thoughts drift like petals, falling softly into quiet water. A faint hum begins to rise, not from the galaxy, but from within your own chest. A hum that vibrates lightly through your ribs, your shoulders, your throat. It is the resonance of approaching sleep. The boundary between waking and dreaming softens. Shapes blur. The stars overhead ripple like watercolor touched by gentle rain. The luminous valley beneath you warms to match the temperature of your skin. Your breaths grow slower, longer, heavier. The hum grows softer, softer, and then fades into a warm, quiet. You are drifting at the threshold of dreaming, the place where thoughts dissolve into images, where time forgets its shape, where the galaxy's lullaby merges with the rhythms of your own gentle mind. You are safe. You are held. You are being carried deeper still. The lantern star pulses one more time overhead. A final gentle flicker. A small farewell. With that pulse, a wave of warm starlight cascades toward you, flowing down like a shimmering curtain. It settles over your body with the softness of warm sand, the lightness of early morning fog, the comfort of a hand stroking your hair. Your breath deepens. Your muscles surrender. Your eyes drift closed without effort. The wave of starlight whispers one last message, not in words, but in feeling. You are allowed to rest deeply now. You are allowed to let go. The night will hold you. The universe will keep watch. You exhale, long, slow, and your body sinks into the deepest stillness yet. Sleep hovers close, very close, waiting only for the final descent. The wave of warm starlight settles over you like the softest blanket ever woven, its glow sinking into every curve, every muscle, every strand of your being. You feel suspended between worlds, not fully asleep, not fully awake, drifting in the threshold where dreams begin to gather quietly, like birds perching on a branch at dusk. The luminous surface beneath you adjusts gently, reshaping itself to your resting form. It softens in all the right places, giving way beneath your shoulders, curving around the length of your spine, supporting your legs with the delicate precision of something designed purely for comfort. Your breath deepens again. The edges of the galaxy blur. The lantern star overhead becomes a hazy golden orb, pulsing more slowly now, as if matching the drowsy rhythm of your mind. Everything slows. Everything softens. Everything becomes an invitation to drift deeper. As your eyes close halfway, the galaxy reveals another layer of itself, an inner spiral made not of stars, but of soft darkness, tinged with gentle gradients of blue and violet. This inner spiral rotates slowly, almost imperceptibly, like a turning mobile above a child's crib. You feel its pull immediately, not a forceful pull, but the subtle invitation of a deeper rest. It calls to the quieter parts of you, the parts that have been waiting patiently beneath the noise of days, beneath the weight of responsibilities, beneath the hum of thought. The inner spiral asks nothing. It only opens space. You watch it turn, a soft curl of darkness, a spiral made of quiet itself. With each rotation, the spiral exhales a faint breeze. The breeze carries coolness, a kind that sweeps gently across your face, calming your forehead, smoothing the space between your brows. It brushes your eyelids, and you feel them grow heavier still. Another rotation, another breath of cool night, another layer of waking consciousness dissolves. The inner spiral rotates again, and your body responds like a tide pulled toward shore. From the edges of the valley, clusters of soft stardust begin to drift inward. They gather at your sides, forming small cushions of glowing particles. Each cushion settles with weightless precision, supporting your arms, your hips, the curve of your lower back. More drift in, and more. Soon, you are surrounded by dozens of these star-dusted pillows, small, cloud-like clusters that emit faint warmth. They nestle around you, the way a gentle caretaker arranges pillows around someone who has finally, at long last, allowed themselves to rest after carrying too much for too long. One cluster drifts near your feet, sweeping lightly across your ankles in a slow spiral. The sensation is like dipping your feet into warm, still water, effortless, calming, familiar. Another brushes the back of your hand, and when it does, every finger loosens just slightly, releasing the soft tension you didn't know you were still holding. Slowly, the clusters assemble themselves into a quiet cradle around you, a cocoon of soft illumination that holds your entire body in a tender embrace. You exhale again, a longer exhale, a softer exhale. The cocoon brightens momentarily in response, as though whispering, "Yes, let go." Above you, the light shifts, not dimming, deepening. The sky grows darker in a comforting way, like curtains being drawn at the end of a peaceful evening. The darkness folds over the galaxy in layers, creating a sense of privacy, of warmth, of safety. This is not the darkness of fear. It is the darkness of rest, a darkness that shields, that protects, that tells you, quietly, no more is needed of you. Not tonight. The loving darkness wraps itself around you, leaving only the faint halo of the lantern star visible above a soft nightlight in the cosmic bedroom. Your breathing falls into an even slower pattern. Inhale, exhale, rest, surrender. If you listen closely, you can almost hear the darkness humming a low vibration, like being inside the chest of someone you love as they breathe in their sleep. As you remain cradled in the glowing cocoon, faint echoes begin to reverberate through your body. Not sounds, not voices, sensations. Moments from your journey drift back to you, softened by drowsiness. The warmth of the golden pool dissolving your thoughts. The firefly sparks brushing your skin. The ancient star whispering its patient wisdom. The river of soft time carrying you onward. The velvet quiet of the ember stratum. The slow heartbeat of the galaxy syncing with your own. They return like fragments of a dream retold in whispers. But they do not stir you. They soothe you. Each echo settles gently into your memory like a feather falling onto a pillow. You feel their presence, but not their weight. Another long breath escapes your lips without effort. Your muscles slacken, your jaw softens, your hands rest completely. Time bends again, slowing even further. The galaxy rotates, but now it is you who is still as a stone at the bottom of a warm river, still as a candle holder after the flame has gone out. The galaxy moves around you in slow arcs, like a mobile turning in a quiet room. You remain anchored, safe, held. There is no effort left in your body, not even the effort to think. Thought is replaced by images, images replaced by impressions, impressions replaced by nothingness, and the nothingness feels like peace. Deep within the spiral, a glow appears dim at first, then unfolding like a blooming flower. It expands into a slow, swirling disk of silver blue light. This is the heart of the galaxy, the place where everything turns towards sleep. The glow reaches outward in gentle waves. With each wave, a soothing pulse travels through space and touches your cocoon of starlight. The first pulse softens your breath, The second pulse loosens your spine. The third pulse quiets the space behind your eyes. The fourth pulse releases the final bit of tension resting in your chest. A fifth pulse comes, and with it, your thoughts fade, like ink diffusing into warm water. You are ready. The cocoon of star pillows shifts slightly, lowering you just a bit toward the luminous ground beneath. The motion is delicate, intentional, like being laid gently into the softest bed you've ever touched. A door opens, not outward, but inward. A door not of wood or light, but of awareness. The threshold of dreaming widens before you. It is velvety and welcoming, like sinking into the warmth between blankets after a long day. The galaxy grows dimmer around the edges. The lantern star flickers like a final goodnight. The spiral arms become soft brushstrokes. Your breath, your heartbeat, and the universe itself fall into the same slow rhythm. You are drifting. You are floating. You are dissolving into rest. As your consciousness thins, you hear it. Not a voice, not a sound, a feeling, a whisper from the night itself. You have done enough. You are enough. Sleep now. Let the stars keep watch. Your last waking breath leaves your body in a long, slow sigh. Your mind becomes weightless. Your body melts into the soft ground. The cocoon glows faintly, then dims, and you begin the deeper descent into dream. You drift deeper now, slipping past the boundary that separates thought from quiet, awareness from rest. The galaxy around you grows dimmer, the lights fading into a soft blur, as though someone has lowered a curtain of shimmering fog over the entire sky. Your breathing finds a new rhythm, slower, rounder, warmer. Each inhale feels like drawing in the coolness of night air resting over a calm ocean. Each exhale feels like releasing a handful of feathers into gentle wind. The luminous cradle of stardust beneath you adjusts again, settling perfectly under the weight of your resting body. You feel yourself sinking not downward, but inward into an inner softness that seems to widen with every passing breath. A long hush settles across space, a hush deep enough to cradle your entire being. As your eyes drift into a half-dreaming blur, the ground beneath you begins to ripple gently. The luminous surface behaves like a sea made, not of water, but of liquid moonlight. It undulates slowly, the waves so faint that you feel more than see them. Each wave rolls beneath your body with the delicacy of a sigh. Up, down, up, down. The motion is hypnotic. It carries the same softness as being rocked on a boat in a sheltered bay where no wind stirs the water. A warmth begins to radiate from the waves, a warmth that spreads through your lower back, then your shoulders, then your throat, until your entire body feels cradled in a bath of quiet light. You breathe in, the waves rise slightly. You breathe out, the waves fall. At some point, you realize the waves are sinking to your breath, or perhaps your breath has synced to the waves. The distinction melts away. Everything merges into a single, slow motion. Your mind floats loosely on top of the rhythm, like a leaf drifting on a calm sea. From somewhere far within the darkness, faint glowing spheres begin to appear. They drift slowly toward you, small orbs of soft, muted colors, pale amber, gentle rose, powdered blue, and shades of lavender so faint they seem woven from dusk itself. These orbs move with elegance, as if following a choreography ancient as the galaxy. As one orb floats near your head, it releases a thin veil of shimmering dust. The veil drifts downward and settles lightly over your forehead. When it does, a sensation spreads, a loosening, a softening, a letting go in a place inside your mind you rarely reach. Your thoughts begin to drift without edges. Images appear and dissolve quietly, like sketches drawn on warm fog. Another orb drifts near your chest. It pulses slowly. With each pulse, a wave of warmth spreads through your ribs, easing the muscles around your heart. The tightness you carried there, maybe for hours, maybe for days, melts into softness. A lavender orb floats near your legs. It settles low, humming faintly. Your muscles release, your knees soften, your calves relax. The orbs continue their slow, tender movements around your body, creating an environment where everything, mind, breath, muscle, memory, slips into tranquility. You don't need to understand how they work. You only need to feel their effect. Above the starfield, a thin curtain of shimmering darkness unfurls across the sky. It descends slowly, like the shadow of a lunar eclipse moving across the surface of a calm lake. But this darkness is comforting. It feels like velvet resting against your skin. As the veil lowers, stars blur behind it. Their light becomes diffused, gentle, like lanterns glowing behind frosted glass. The lantern star, once bright and guiding, now softens into a muted halo. The veil moves lower still, across the sky, across your body, across your mind. When it reaches your eyes, something magical happens. Your inner vision brightens, even as the outer world dims. Not with clarity, but with comfort. A soft glow spreads behind your eyelids. It feels like walking into a warm room after being out in the cold. It feels like being wrapped in a familiar blanket. It feels like home. The veil settles lightly over you, and the world quiets even further. As you lie beneath the veil, a field begins to appear around you, not physically, but perceptually. It is a field made of half-dreams, the gentle images that dance between waking and sleeping. You see tall, slow-moving grass made of starlight. Every blade glows faintly, swaying to a breeze you do not feel. Far ahead, a horizon forms, though you sense it more than see it. Above, constellations drift like soft brushstrokes on dusk. These images do not demand attention. They appear, they fade, they return, they dissolve. You walk through this field without moving your legs. You feel the grass brushing your hands without lifting your arms. Every sensation is both real and not real, the perfect language of dreams. Somewhere in the field, you hear a sound, a gentle chime, a single note that rings softly through your awareness. It is the call toward deeper dreaming. Far ahead in the field, tall structures rise, not trees in the earthly sense, but trees of light. Their trunks are made of glowing threads, braided slowly like strands of silver hair. Their branches reach outward in graceful arcs, each tipped with tiny lights that pulse faintly in the rhythm of distant lullabies. You drift beneath their branches. Several lights release themselves, floating downward like falling leaves. They touch your skin with the gentlest pressure, a caress of light before dissolving into warmth. When one light touches your cheek, sleepiness deepens instantly. When another brushes your shoulder, your body sinks further. When a third settles on your chest, your breath slows even more. The trees hum, a low vibration, a soothing resonance. Your body responds by relaxing further, sliding deeper into the cradle of rest. You pause beneath one particularly luminous tree. Its branches widen, A large leaf of pure silver descends slowly. When it lands on you, your mind quiets completely. No thoughts remain. Only sensation, only warmth, only drifting. The luminous field dimly fades. The trees flicker out. The horizon dissolves into soft shadow. You sink back onto the starfield cradle, your body held as though the galaxy itself is embracing you. The veil of dream entry thickens, becoming heavier but pleasantly so, the way a comforter feels when you pull it up to your chin on a cold night, the way a loved one's arm feels wrapped around your shoulder. Your breath is slow now, your bones feel warm, your thoughts are distant, like lanterns floating far down a long river. There is nothing left to process, nothing left to hold, nothing left to understand. Sleep hovers close, closer than a whisper, closer than a sigh. You drift at its edge, nearly across the threshold. As you hover in this deep quiet, one more star drifts into view. Not bright, not large. A tiny star, a soft blue spark, a gentle guide. It floats toward your face, stopping just above your brow. It pulses once, a warm, tender pulse. And in that pulse, you feel the final message. Let yourself fall. Sleep will catch you. The star drifts downward. Its light touches your chest. Then it dissolves into you completely. A warm heaviness spreads across your entire body. A heaviness designed only for sleep. You exhale, long, soft, final. Your mind tilts, falls, and drifts into the quiet beyond quiet. Dream is ready to receive you. The moment the tiny blue star dissolves into your chest, a deep, velvety warmth unfurls through your entire being, slow, wide, complete. It spreads through your ribs like rising steam, through your arms like warm sand slipping through fingers, through your legs like sunlight filtered through soft curtains. Your body feels impossibly heavy now, but with a heaviness that comforts rather than binds. A heaviness that signals safety, permission, surrender. You lie there on the luminous starfield, wrapped in a cocoon of tenderness, and the vast Milky Way quiets itself around you, as though lowering its voice while you drift closer to sleep. The lantern star overhead has dimmed into a halo, a soft ring of gold that pulses in slow, sleepy rhythms. Each pulse seems to match the drifting weight of your eyelids. Heavier, slower, softer. You are nearly gone. Nearly across the final threshold, nearly dissolved into the deep gentleness waiting for you. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, a tide begins to rise around you. A tide made not of water, but of cool, shimmering darkness, darkness with texture, like velvet brushed gently against your skin. The tide lifts along the edges of the starfield, creeping inward in soft, rhythmic waves. It draws no sound, no urgency, only an unmistakable invitation. When it reaches your fingertips, you feel the first sign, a cool, soothing numbness sweeping across your hands, easing the last clinging remnants of tension. Another wave rolls in. It reaches your forearms, your elbows, your shoulders. The darkness carries the serenity of late-night air, still, cool, gently absolute, not empty, but full of peace. You exhale again, your chest softens, your breath falls into an even deeper rhythm. The tide rises further, across your chest, your stomach, your hips. With each inch the tide covers, a new wave of stillness washes through your mind. Thoughts drift further away, images blur. Even the memory of wakefulness begins loosening its grip. Another wave, another hush, another step toward deep rest. Soon, the tide has risen around your whole body, but instead of submerging you, it lifts you. Your weightless form floats just above the star field, suspended in the cool embrace of the darkness. The feeling is indescribably gentle, like drifting on your back in a warm lake at midnight, the water holding every part of you with soft precision. Above, the galaxy has dimmed almost completely, its spiral outlines glowing faintly like chalk drawn on dark velvet. The remaining stars flicker like distant candles in a windy night, quiet, shy, unwilling to disturb your rest. The sea of quiet carries you slowly, drifting you through a space that feels like the very heart of calm. There are no boundaries, no edges, only a vast expanse of gentle nothingness that feels safe enough to let yourself dissolve in it. Your limbs relax even more, floating apart in a posture of complete ease. Your fingers drift open, your jaw loosens, your spine melts deeper into alignment. If you listen closely, you can feel, not hear the rhythm of the tide around you. It pulses with the same softness as a heartbeat inside a dream. You drift, you breathe, you surrender. From beneath the tide, a new glow begins to rise. It begins faintly, like moonlight beneath thin water. Then slowly, in patient pulses, it brightens into a soft undercurrent of pale silver and blue. The glow swirls around you, moving with the grace of thick smoke drifting in slow motion. When it touches you, a warmth spreads from the place of contact, a warmth so delicate that it feels like a whispered promise. This is the current that carries you from near sleep into full dreaming. It circles your ankles, and your legs fall deeper into the quiet. It brushes your sides, and your breath lengthens. It passes beneath your head, and your thoughts dissolve into soft haze. The current lifts your body a little higher, not far, just enough to make you feel unburdened by weight. You float like a cloud suspended between two worlds, the last breath of waking and the first breath of dreaming. The current flows in spirals around your limbs, then around your waist, then around your chest. With each spiral, a new layer of awareness slips away, not lost, but placed gently into the hands of night. You are letting go, more deeply than before, more completely than thought allows. Something subtle changes, a soft shift, a gentle sway. The darkness around you becomes a tunnel of dim shapes, silhouettes of memories drifting past, softened at the edges so they pose no weight, no sharpness, no demand. A childhood room with golden morning light spilling across the floor. A peaceful walk taken years ago. The sound of waves from a place you once loved. Hands you once held, laughs you once shared. Moments when time felt slower, moments when breathing felt easier. They drift past like floating lanterns on a nighttime river. You don't cling to any of them. You don't analyze them. You simply let them drift by, calm and untouched. These memories are not here to stir you. They are here to prepare you, to gently remove anything left that might weigh on your descent into sleep, to remind you that calmness is not foreign, it is remembered. Another memory floats past, soft, warm, familiar. You do not name it. You do not need to. It simply moves through your awareness and dissolves into the darkness with a faint shimmer. Your heart rate slows even more. Your breathing deepens. Your body grows heavier again, but now the heaviness feels like a pull toward comfort. At the end of the passage, a single star floats. Small, soft, barely glowing. Its light flickers in a pattern, that feels like a gentle beckoning, a soft hand guiding you forward. You drift toward it without effort. When you reach it, the star hovers above your chest, exactly where your breath rises and falls. For a moment, it pulses in harmony with your inhale, then your exhale. Then it releases a faint ring of light, almost too thin to see. When the ring touches your skin, something deep inside you finally relaxes. A tension you didn't know you carried, a quiet worry you hadn't fully set down, a thought that lingered even as you drifted toward sleep. It dissolves completely. A warm wave spreads through your torso, your throat, your skull. Your eyelids grow even heavier. Your tongue rests gently in your mouth. Your breath becomes shallow, not strained, but peaceful, like the breath of someone already beginning to dream. Another ring of light, another release, another step inward. You are now suspended between the final 2 heartbeats of wakefulness. Everything fades. The lantern star, the star-field cradle, the drifting orbs, the sea of quiet, even the spiral arms of the galaxy dissolve into a soft blur. Only darkness remains. A warm, safe, loving darkness that asks for nothing. A darkness that says only, rest. And you do. Your body no longer feels separate from the space around you. Your thoughts no longer feel different from the air you breathe. Everything merges into one soft, velvety sensation of being held. Held by the night. Held by the galaxy. Held by something larger and kinder than anything you can name. You hover at the very edge of sleep, the point where consciousness becomes mist, and mist becomes dream, and dream becomes sanctuary. You are ready. The darkness holding you is no longer empty. It is warm, full, and quiet in a way that feels impossibly tender. It wraps around your body like a cocoon made from the softest night, so gentle that even your breath seems to hesitate, as if not wanting to disturb the silence. You float in that darkness, weightless and safe, as though the universe has pulled you into the quiet space between its heartbeats. The hush around you is velvety, thick, reassuring. If silence had a temperature, this is what it would feel like. Warm enough to soothe your bones, cool enough to settle your mind. For several long moments, you simply exist here, suspended, held, unburdened, with no sense of time passing, no urge to move, no need for thought. Just breath, just calm, just being. Slowly, the darkness beneath you begins to shift, not outwardly, but in sensation. It feels like there is something beneath you, something soft and wide and impossibly comfortable. A bed, but not a bed. A cloud, but more supportive. A cradle woven of gravity itself. Soft gravity. Gravity that wraps around you not to anchor you, but to keep you safe. You sink into it, deeper and deeper, feeling the gentle tug of rest finally settling into your bones. Your muscles release in ripples, the shoulders first, then the ribs, then the hips, then the legs, then the tiny, tiny muscles around your eyes. A warmth gathers under your spine, spreading outward like water seeping into soft soil. Warmth that isn't heat, but rather the absence of any need to hold yourself up. You are being held. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to stay awake for the story anymore. The cradle rocks you very gently, very slowly, in motions so small you only feel them in the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, the cradle lifts. Exhale, the cradle lowers. This is the kind of motion designed not for travel, but for sleep. From the far reaches of the spiral, something begins to hum. not with sound, but with presence. A feeling moves toward you, soft as moonlight, brushing against the edges of your awareness like the faintest whisper from a loved one. The hum spirals gently around your body, weaving in and out of your breath. If the galaxy could sing a lullaby, this would be it. This voiceless lullaby doesn't carry words, only warmth, only reassurance, only the pure sentiment of, you are safe here. You are allowed to rest. Let go now. Your breath grows shallower. Your heartbeat slows into a soft, even pulse. Your mind loosens, like a knot finally untied. The lullaby spirals closer, weaving around your limbs, your chest, your forehead. It hushes every corner of your mind. It soothes every thread of tension still lingering in your muscles. Soon, there is nothing left in you that resists sleep. Without warning yet, without surprise, a gentle glow gathers around you. Not bright, not sudden, more like the glow of an ember held in cupped hands. The glow forms a rough circle around your floating body. It expands in slow rings. Each ring pulses once, like a slow heartbeat. When the first pulse touches you, your awareness shifts, drifting further from waking. When the second pulse touches you, your limbs grow heavy with serenity. When the third pulse passes, you feel your thoughts turning into mist. When the fourth pulse washes over you, you are already halfway into dream. The last pulse comes much later, slow and deep. It moves through you like a wave moving through warm sand. And when it passes, you feel yourself sinking, sinking, sinking into the softest depth of rest you've ever known. The circle glows brighter for a moment, sealing you inside a sanctuary of calm. Then it fades into darkness, again, gentle, loving, complete. Your mind begins its final descent now. Images appear not fully formed, just the suggestion of shapes. A horizon made of silver clouds, a field of dim stars, a quiet room lit only by soft moonlight. They fade before fully forming. New images take their place. They fade too. Dream logic is beginning to take hold, and your waking consciousness is slipping away like sand between slow-moving tides. The cradle beneath you lowers another inch. Your breath becomes almost imperceptibly slow. Your heart beats in the rhythm of a whisper. There is no effort, no thought, no need. You are falling but gently, as though into a bed of warm feathers, as though gravity has softened itself specifically for you. Just before sleep claims you fully, one last message drifts through the darkness. You don't hear it, you feel it. Soft, warm, unmistakably kind. The most beautiful things arrive in silence. Let tonight be one of them. Your heart warms, your body loosens, your mind releases the final thread of wakefulness. You sink deeply, silently, completely. A single star appears before you, small, white, soft as frost on a winter window. It floats closer, stopping just inches from your awareness. It pulses once slow and warm, and in that pulse, your mind finally crosses the boundary. Your breath drifts, your limbs quiet, your thoughts dissolve into light. You are asleep, not just resting, sleeping deeply, wrapped in the gentle arms of a galaxy that has been rocking you toward this moment for thousands of soft, slow words. The star dims, the darkness folds around you, and the story becomes dream. Wherever you are resting tonight, near or far, in silence or in subtle noise, in warmth or in cool air, know that this quiet space is yours. The stars will keep watch, the night will remain soft, and you are safe to drift as deeply as your heart needs. If tonight's story reminded you of a memory, or brought you even a moment of calm, you are welcome to share it whenever you wake. Here, no one rests alone. Every story is a soft lantern in the dark, and if this journey brought you peace, even just a little, leave a gentle comment for yourself, a small gift for the future you. Don't forget to subscribe for more peaceful nighttime journeys. From Why Is That? Sleep Story, your quiet corner of the night. Sleep well, dream softly, and may the calm stay with you long after morning comes.